The Great American Bash Night 2 is making its way back to the Gotmark76 YouTube channel Monday night, July 10th, emanating live from the birthplace of liberty, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. After the first ever Gotmark76 draft just 2 weeks ago, there will be the crowning of the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance World Champion, when Barry Windham, Rick Rude, and Dusty Rhodes do battle in a 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match. U.S. Champion Lex Luger, Intercontinental Champion Stan Hansen, and TV Champion Bam Bam Big L.O. will wrestle in a 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match to determine the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Silver Champion. A ladder match will determine the first ever WL Tag Team Champions when the Hollywood Blondes and Road Warriors fight it out. The Road Warriors were not drafted 2 weeks ago, so in order to participate, they must win the titles. There will be a 20-man Inclusion Rumble with the winner earning a contract and participating in the WLA. Wrestlers already announced for this match are Bret Hart, Bruno Sammartino, Harley Race, The Ultimate Warrior, Dan Spivey, Kerry Von Erich, Chris Adams, and more to be announced. It's the Great American Bash Night 2, coming your way Monday, July 10th. Don't miss it.
Hello and welcome to Night 2 of the Great American Bash. A night of unifications. The first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance champions will be crowned. We're going to open up with an Inclusion Royal Rumble.
Is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order they drew. This will continue until all 20 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner. Introducing the participants.
And here we are, the first participants making their way to the ring.
From Erie, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 290 pounds, Axe.
Demolition Axe, number 1 in the Inclusion Rumble. So we did our live draft 2 weeks ago, and that was totally random. And I felt the need to add just a few more people. We're going to add one here tonight, and probably a few more over the course of the next few weeks of Gotmark76 this week. But of course, tonight here at Night 2 of the Great American Bash, we are going to crown Wrestling Legends Alliance champions. Let's see who drew number 2 for the Inclusion Rumble. As Axe is in the ring, drew unlucky number 1 here.
Introducing the individual who drew
Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert
from Tennessee, weighing in at 220 pounds, Hot Rod Eddie Gilbert.
So Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert drew number 2, and both of these men are going to have a long night ahead of them. This is a 20-man Inclusion Rumble. So 20 top superstars who did not make the cut 2 weeks ago are vying for a chance to make it to the Wrestling Legends Alliance roster to be used on episodes in the upcoming weeks. So again, we have some great surprises in store. We are going to be increasing the roster by a few, not many. I think as it stands right now, I was at 46 wrestlers, and we're going to add one more here tonight, and then again a few more in the upcoming weeks. And I am really excited about the next several weeks of Gotmark76 this week. A total revamp. This game, 2K23, I'll tell you what, it's firing on a lot of cylinders. If you have the game, you know it. You see the creations as number 3 as Bruno Sammartino. If you have the game, you know that this is a fun game, and the creations make this game so much better. I know that AEW Fight Forever came out a few days ago, and that's getting some buzz, whether it's positive or negative. It's getting buzz. It's something that I might toy around with if I end up purchasing it, but I'm having so much fun with 2K23 that it might not be anytime soon. And number 4, Bret the Hitman Hart, as he's next coming to the ring in the Inclusion Battle Royal. if a member of the tag team wins, I'm going to add both members. So we could potentially be adding a tag team here tonight. Of course, later on tonight, we will be crowning the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance champions. The big main event, that 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match. As the AWA World Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the World Wrestling Federation Champion, Barry Windham, and the NWA World Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude, will battle it out. The winner will be the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance World Champion as Dan Spivey in the ring, Drew number 5. We're going to see a ladder match between the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, and the Hollywood Blondes. The winners will be the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Tag Team Champions. And I didn't know what to name the title, so I thought, you know what, what's second? First is gold, second silver. We're going to name the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Silver Champion tonight, when NWA TV Champion Bam Bam Bigelow, who won that title last week, Intercontinental Champion Stan Hansen, who won that title last week, and U.S. Heavyweight Champion Lex Luger will battle it out in a 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match as Ted DiBiase, Drew number 6. Thank you so much for joining us here on night 2 of the Great American Bash. We are emanating live again from Philadelphia. I just couldn't create another arena in time, and I have so much coming your way in the upcoming weeks, because after tonight we will begin the road to SummerSlam, which is coming your way on the Gotmark76 channel Monday, August 28th. And gentleman Chris Adams makes his way into the ring, number 7. As Gilbert has Ted DiBiase in the corner, trying to eliminate the $1 Million Man. I would imagine that someone the size of Dan Spivey and someone as big as Demolition Axe have an advantage. Unfortunately, they drew early numbers, and they may not be around by the time that number 20 enters the ring. And number 8 is Greg the Hammer Valentine, as Eddie Gilbert with a DDT on Demolition Axe and a shoulder breaker by Dan Spivey on Ted DiBiase. Up and over goes the Hitman, but Valentine with the DDT to San Martino allows Bret Hitman Hart to live another day, if you will. And a pile driver onto Valentine by Demolition Axe. Smash and Jim Neidhart are also in this Battle Royal, this Inclusion Rumble, if you will. Up and over goes DiBiase. Hart trying to eliminate the $1 Million Man, while Bruno Sammartino trying to eliminate Dan Spivey, and Chris Adams trying to eliminate Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. DiBiase fights his way out, and a choke slam by Dan Spivey. Oh, and Eddie Gilbert eliminated by Chris Adams. That will draw out another competitor to this Inclusion Rumble. An atomic drop by Bruno Sammartino on Greg the Hammer Valentine, as Ted DiBiase working over Chris Adams, and now Axe has DiBiase. I'll tell you what, Sammartino, and up and over goes Axe by DiBiase, eliminated by the $1 Million Man. So if Demolition is going to make its way to the roster, it will have to come down to Smash. Up and over goes Adams, and a big boot, and down goes Adams. Hammer Valentine eliminating the gentleman. Up and over goes the Hitman. I'll tell you what, the Hammer has been eliminating wrestlers left and right here, as Harley Race makes his way to the Inclusion Rumble. So happy to have that DLC. We'll see if the Handsome King, if you will make his way to the Wrestling Legends Alliance, as Spivey taking out both legends, Sammartino and Race. And a bulldog by Dan Spivey takes down Bruno Sammartino. And Brutus Beefcake making his way to the ring. He drew number 10 in the Inclusion Rumble and is immediately hit by a shoulder block by Harley Race. Valentine now working over Ted DiBiase in the corner and going back to work with Sammartino. I'll tell you what, there's been something there between Greg Valentine and Bruno Sammartino as Harley Race and Bruno trying to eliminate Brutus Beefcake, but Beefcake fighting his way out. Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan, number 11, making his way to the ring. And I'm curious who Hacksaw's going to go after first is Bruno Sammartino. Look at that matchup. Atomic drop by Hacksaw. Duggan with an axe handle to the back of the living legend. And a big clothesline. Spivey takes down Harley Race. Up and over goes Beefcake and eliminated by the $1 Million Man. And there's Valentine. Is that Chris Adams? He has Adams. Valentine already with 2 or 3 eliminations. I may have lost track already. I'm not taking notes. And number 12, the Ultimate Warrior, making his way to the ring. And I think that may have just made Jason Lundgren's evening as the Ultimate Warrior in the ring going after Bruno Sammartino. Check that out. The Warrior has Sammartino in trouble. Could you imagine the Ultimate Warrior eliminating the living legend Bruno Sammartino? High stakes here in the Inclusion Rumble. The winner will be part of the roster going forward. If I'm being totally honest, I forget who I included in the match. I think we have Jim Neidhart and Smash. I think I put both members of the Hart Foundation and Demolition in the match. Number 13, lucky number 13, is the Big Boss Man. But I honestly don't remember who I selected. As Boss Man and DiBiase going right at it. DiBiase has the Big Boss Man. Don't tell me he picks up the Big Boss Man. Is he going to throw the Boss Man out? He does! And that may be a record in the 2K23 Royal Rumble. Forget Bushwhacker Luke. That may be a record as Big Boss Man eliminated in under 10 seconds. Sammartino going at it with Greg Valentine. Now Reyes is helping Sammartino, but Valentine fighting his way out. What an interesting match so far. And there is no friends, no partners. It's every man for himself. As Race and Duggan have found each other. And up and over goes Duggan! And Harley Race with a little bit of revenge for the Slammies of 1987. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go YouTube that. Up and over goes the Warrior, Race, and eliminates the Ultimate Warrior! And Jason Lundgren's probably upset now. I'm sorry, Jason. I included the Ultimate Warrior. I did random. I don't know what's going on, but the Warrior will not be part of the Wrestling Legends Alliance. At least not yet. We have some matches coming up in the upcoming weeks. Up and Valentine eliminated by Big Stan Spivey. And Jerry Lawler, the next wrestler in the ring. I tell you what, it's starting to thin out a little bit here. I think we have about 3 more wrestlers. And up and over! Harley Race with an elimination. It was Ted DiBiase. Jason, don't fear, my friend. We have plenty of inclusion matches in the upcoming weeks. I'm sure the Ultimate Warrior will have another crack at it. As Sammartino, look at that! Sammartino and Doink the Clown going at it. Look at, only here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance fans. As Doink slamming the head of Sammartino to the mat. And there are 2 kings going at it between handsome Harley Race and Jerry the King Lawler. That would be a fun match to have in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. And Vader, number 16, making his way to the ring. Now this is a good spot for Vader. He's a big man, he's athletic, and there's only 4 men to be entered into this match after him. So Vader has an opportunity here, and if I were the other competitors, I would gang up and try to eliminate Big Van Vader. As Sammartino has Harley Race against the ropes. San Martino looking to eliminate Race, but Race blocks him. And of course, I'd love to see, and Yokozuna making his way to the ring. Harley Race, the manager of Big Van Vader in World Championship Wrestling, and they're going at it now. Vader with a big forearm to the back of Harley Race. Race is not a manager here in this federation, fans. So there's history there, but not here in the 2K23 universe. As Jerry Lawler trying to eliminate Doink. And hey, look, I said it. Big Van Vader may have the advantage. Up and over goes Dan Spivey. Eliminated by Big Van Vader. And now Vader and Yokozuna going at it. Look at that beef. In the ring, number 18, Superstar Billy Graham. Well, I thought the advantage could go to Vader, drawing number 16, but Yokozuna's in that ring, and he's going to be a hard man to eliminate. And Superstar Graham, though, going right for Yokozuna. And Yokozuna shoving him down as Doink trying to eliminate Bruno Sammartino, the living legend. Can Sammartino escape? He's going to be eliminated by Doink. I can't believe it. Look at Graham going after Yokozuna. The biggest man. Up and over goes Yoko. The Superstar eliminates Yokozuna. Oh, I'd love to see Superstar Graham and Bruno go at it. They're both in the ring. Look at it, and there's Smash. Number 19 Smash. Which, if my memory serves correct, number 20 will be Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And Superstar Graham eliminating Doink the Clown. Get that clown out of here. Off the ropes is Superstar. He's in trouble now. Oh, he misses a clothesline. As Smash fighting the way against Big Van Vader in the corner. Oh, there we go. He almost had Superstar Graham and Bruno Sammartino going at it. As Vader and Sammartino trying to eliminate Jerry Lawler. Oh, no, okay, it's Abdullah the Butcher. See, I forgot who I included in this match. So surprises galore. And now you have some beef in that ring between Big Van Vader and Abdullah the Butcher. And you have some muscle in there too. Superstar Billy Graham, Smash, and Bruno Sammartino. One of these men will be added to the Wrestling Legends Alliance roster going forward. Sammartino and Superstar Graham going at it. A blast from the past. Into the corner goes Superstar. Oh, and Smash attacking Sammartino before he can do damage to Graham in the corner. Oh, and eliminated. Graham eliminated Superstar. Superstar Graham eliminated Bruno Sammartino. I can't even speak right. So not only does Superstar Billy Graham win the WWF Championship from Bruno Sammartino, he eliminates him in the Inclusion Royal Rumble. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure who to pick here. I think Graham might be the favorite. Odds-on favorite, Superstar Billy Graham. Throws Lawler up and over the top rope. He's going to try to eliminate Lawler next, but Lawler fighting back with everything he has as Vader and Abdullah going at it. Those two big men. Lawler has Graham, picks up the Superstar. No, he's going to slam him out of the rope, and there goes my favorite to win. It's come down to Abdullah the Butcher, Jerry the King Lawler, Big Van Vader, and Demolition Smash. If Smash is to win this match, Demolition will be added to the roster. Abdullah taking down Smash. Oh, and Lawler eliminated by Big Van Vader. Clothesline takes down Abdullah. We're down to 3. Vader with a big clothesline takes down Abdullah. Oh, but the Butcher with a big chop to Vader in the corner. As Smash trying to recover, and Abdullah trying to eliminate Big Van Vader. Oh, and an elbow to the side of the head. Up and over goes Abdullah. As Abdullah hangs on. I don't think Smash or Vader knew that Abdullah was hanging on for dear life. Or maybe he would have been eliminated. But Abdullah now trying to eliminate Big Van Vader. Has a mandible claw locked in. There's no submission, but it may have done the damage for Abdullah to throw Vader over the top rope. Smash now, picking up Abdullah the Butcher for a belly to back suplex. Takes down Abdullah the Butcher. This is the opening contest, night 2 of the Great American Bash as Vader takes down Smash. Up and over the top rope goes Abdullah the Butcher. Vader has the Butcher. No, he's going to choke slam him down. Eliminated. It's come down to Smash and Big Van Vader. Which one of these 2 men, or possibly 3, will be added? 2, if it's Demolition, will be added to the roster. Big boot by Vader takes down Smash. Then Vader with a clubbering forearm. Another forearm to the back of Smash. If Vader wins, he'll be added to the roster. If Smash wins, Demolition will both be added to the roster. What an opening match here at night 2 of the Great American Bash. We thank you so much for joining us. Up and over go Smash. Always, he was going to be eliminated, but Vader kicked in the head. And Smash fighting for another day. Smash now with a big clothesline. Takes down Vader. Smash looking to eliminate Big Van Vader and be added to the roster, but no knee to the midsection. And now Vader lining up Smash. Oh, Smash fights back. Gotta respect Smash here. Punch to the midsection, takes down Vader. Vader's hurt. But Vader fights right back with a big right hand, throws Smash up and over. Vader has Smash. Is it another chokeslam? It is! And your winner, Big Van Vader! What a match!
Here is your winner, the man they call
Fans, Big Van Vader has been added to the roster, but coming up next, we're going to crown the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Tag Team Champions. Don't go away!
The following champion versus champion contest is a tag team ladder match and is for the Wrestling Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 482 pounds, the Hollywood Blondes.
And there they are, the Hollywood Blondes. The World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. They formed as a tag team here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance back in May. At Saturday night's main event, they won the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship in a steel cage match in June. And here we are in July. They are looking to become the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Tag Team Champions. But they have a very tall task ahead of them in the form of Animal and Hawk, the Road Warriors.
583 pounds,
And the Road Warriors, the NWA World Tag Team Champions. And it should be said, it should be pointed out, that the Road Warriors are currently not under contract. If they win this match, they will be in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. But they did not get drafted. They are here to unify the championship. So they have a lot more at stake than just the championship. They want to compete. And they're taking this in a ladder match. This is going to be interesting. That's the Wrestling Legends Alliance World Tag Team Championship. I'm sorry, I'm not much of a belt maker. A championship maker. They're kind of bland, but something about the blandness intrigues me, I guess. But away we go, and Pillman with a suplex on Hawk. Animal now coming to the aid of his partner. And the Snake Eyes in the corner, and Pillman in the opening seconds has been busted open as Stunning Steve looks to suplex Hawk and does. Animal wasting no time bringing the ladder into the match. I would think this match will favor the Hollywood Blondes just for the mere fact that Hawk and Animal are 300 plus pounds, and just climbing up a ladder to grab the championship might be a tall feat for them, no pun intended, as Hawk grabs the ladder but kicked out of his hands by Pillman, who hits an elbow. Chaos in this match as Austin throws Hawk to the outside floor. The AstroTurf here in Veterans Stadium. We are in Philadelphia, the second week in a row, night 2 of the Great American Bash. And everything from here on out is championship matches. As Animal with the Gorilla Press Slam, but a rake of the eye by Stunning Steve breaks that maneuver. And Stunning Steve better be careful, it's 2-on-1 in the ring. As Hawk drops Austin across the top rope. Pillman, oh, look at the size of that ladder. Pillman bringing a ladder. And the wonderful thing about 2K23, these modded arenas made it to the PlayStation 5. But then you have stuff like that. So let's see how this goes as a beautiful maneuver by Pillman takes down Hawk, who is going for the championship gold. And a DDT by Pillman, Animal's down, and the Blondes in control in the early going. And a DDT by Austin, and Animal has been busted open. Now Hawk and Austin fighting over possession of the ladder. And Austin with a suplex, no, a front suplex, down goes Hawk. Animal fires back with a clothesline. And a neck breaker by Pillman on Hawk. The action is so fast to call. But each team has to wear the other one down so they can climb the ladder and grab the championship. Oh, and a beautiful drop kick by Pillman takes down Hawk. As Austin and Animal on the outside floor, belly to back suplex on the AstroTurf here in Veterans Stadium. Oh, and onto the ladder. Oh, and a dive! And Pillman breaks the ladder with Hawk on it. What a maneuver. And Austin is setting up a ladder. He's going for the championship. It's 2-on-1 in favor of the Blondes. DDT by Pillman. Hawk shoves the ladder away. Can Austin grab the championship? He's hanging on for dear life. Can Austin grab the title? No, he cannot. He falls to the mat. An Animal and Pillman on the outside. And a choke slam down to the floor. The Road Warriors now in control. Oh, climbing that top rope. Oh, he got caught. He got caught by Pillman. And avoided major disaster there. Came down. Hawk throws Pillman into the ropes. But Austin helping his partner out, but not with a DDT by Hawk. Nicely done. Leaping DDT by Road Warrior Hawk. And now Hawk using that ladder as a weapon. And so is Animal. Takes down Austin. The Road Warriors now in control. Can the Road Warriors climb that ladder? Get the championship. Pile driver by Hawk. This is their opportunity. They're not climbing yet. Animal sees it. Animal's climbing now. An Animal going for the gold as Hawk stands guard. With Austin climbing back into the ring. And Austin shoving the ladder. Hawk tried to keep it up into a power bomb. Down goes Animal. And a neck breaker by Hawk stuns Steve. No pun intended. And now Austin and Animal on the outside and a neck breaker in the ring by Pillman on Hawk. A back and forth match to crown the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Tag Team Champions. And a drop kick by Pillman takes down Hawk. Animal now throws Pillman into the ropes, going for a power slam blocked by Pillman. And there's another huge ladder that Austin's setting up. Don't mind the modded arena, there's a table there somewhere, but... Oh, and a DDT by Animal spikes down Austin. Oh, and a stunner! Austin nails Animal with a stunner! And a high knee lift takes down Hawk! Could this be the opportunity that the Hollywood Blondes are looking for? Pillman climbing up the ladder. Can Pillman grab the championship title? As Hawk has Austin, no, don't tell me a power bomb. Animal going into the champion. Oh, and Pillman almost had it. And now both members of the Road Warriors back in the ring. And Hawk shoves the ladder, but he took down his own partner while doing that. And this is pandemonium in this match. And the Road Warrior, oh, and a slam onto the ladder. Austin, his upper back, felt that one. He's going to feel that for days and weeks to come. It's now 2-on-1 in favor of the Road Warriors. Hawk has Pillman up in a suplex slam. Down to the mat goes Pillman. The Road Warriors not only won the championship, they won a contract here in the WLA. Oh, and Hawk ended up on that ladder. He needs to be careful. We already saw a Pillman leap once. And Pillman off the ropes. Oh, and Hawk moved out of the way. Nicely done, but onto the ladder goes Animal. And it was stunner! Stunner! Steve nails Hawk with a stunner. Austin climbing the ladder. Can he grab the championship gold? As Pillman with a snap suplex takes down Hawk. Pillman setting up Hawk for the diving clothesline. Takes down Hawk and the Blondes win. Austin grabs the title. The Hollywood Blondes are the first Wrestling Legends Alliance Tag Team Champions. History made here at Night 2 of the Great American Bash, and there's still more to come. We're going to crown the first ever silver champion next. Don't go away.
The following contest is a 2-out-of-3 falls match and is for the Wrestling Championship. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 274 pounds.
And there he is, the total package, Lex Luger, making his way to the ring. One of 3 competitors looking to win the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Silver Championship. I felt the only way to make this fair was to have it a 2-out-of-3 falls triple threat match. One of my personal pet peeves about a triple threat match is that the champion doesn't always have to be pinned. Now, in this specific match and our main event, all three men are champions, but they're fighting for a championship. So I felt that instead of elimination, because then it's 2-on-1 possibly, that you had to secure victory twice.
From Asbury Park, New Jersey, weighing in at
It's the first time on the channel we've done a triple threat 2 out of 3 falls match. So we'll see how this goes as Bam Bam Bigelow, the NWA World Television Champion, makes his way to the ring. And just to reiterate our last match, the Road Warriors lost the ladder match. They are no longer part of the Wrestling Legends Alliance, at least for now. There could be an inclusion match coming up. We don't know yet.
And from Borger, Texas, weighing in at 322 pounds, Stan Hansen.
And Stan Hansen making his way to the ring. He is the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion. He won that title at night 1 of the Great American Bash when he defeated Sting. Now, if I'm Lex Luger and Stan Hansen, I think you got to team up early to try and take out Bam Bam Bigelow, and then do your best to secure a pinfall without the other person interfering. But it's 2 out of 3 falls. The first wrestler to score 2 pinfall victories will be the Wrestling Legends Alliance Silver Champion. There's the bell, and away we go, and Luger going at it with Bam Bam Bigelow. And a DDT spikes Bam Bam down. Is now Hansen and Luger going at it. As Hansen drapes Luger across the top rope with a clothesline. Ooh, Luger with a big slam on Hansen. And Bigelow was right there to get Luger back. Body drop, up and over goes the total package. And Hansen, look at the strength of Hansen picking up Bam Bam Bigelow off the ropes and drops an elbow across the chest. And right there, Hansen could not go for the pinfall because Luger was right there as Bam Bam goes for the pinfall and Luger breaks it up. That's what I said earlier. You need to take almost both of these guys out. One guy has to be in a pinning predicament, while the other has to be, and there we go. Now Luger has Hansen with a suplex, Bigelow on the outside. This is an opportunity for Luger to try and score an early pinfall here and go up 1-0. That's going to be a huge first pinfall, but Bam Bam back into the ring, going to work on Luger with a forearm to the back. And Hansen with a clothesline takes down Bigelow. And now Luger and Hansen back at it. Luger has Hansen up for a suplex. He's holding him up high and for a very long time. Look at the strength of the total package. Down goes Hansen. As Bigelow getting arrested in the corner and shoves Luger away from a crossbody attempt. And now Hansen on the outside. Bigelow and Luger in the ring. And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to take advantage when a wrestler's outside trying to catch their breath. Luger throws Hansen up and over the top rope. Bigelow has Luger into the ropes. And a power slam. Down goes Luger. Bigelow goes for the cover. And broken up by Hansen. Not even a 1 count there. As Bigelow with a power bomb. And down goes Hansen, but Luger with a gorilla press slam. Look at the strength of the total package. Has Bigelow up and drops him down. That's usually the precursor to the torture rack, but Hansen attacking Luger before he could go for that maneuver, and that has given Bigelow a chance to recover. And Bigelow knocks Luger down with a shoulder block. Hansen with a belly-to-back suplex on Bigelow. Luger on the outside. Can Hansen capitalize? Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Bigelow. And that was the closest near fall we've had all match. This first pinfall is going to be very important because then the other 2 wrestlers will be playing catch-up. If you score that first pinfall, you have all the momentum on your side. As Luger going for a torture rack has Bigelow up on his shoulders, but Hansen back to his feet. Can Hansen break up the maneuver before Bigelow submits? And he does. A forearm to the back of Luger and a drop kick from behind. And down goes Luger. Hansen picking up Bigelow. And another belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes Bigelow. Hansen eyeing up Luger. Throws him up and over the top rope. This is Hansen's opportunity. Picks up Bigelow. A big chop. A series of right hands. An uppercut. Takes down Bigelow. Luger back into the ring. And Luger with an overhead suplex as Bigelow rolls to the outside. It's Hansen and Luger in the ring. And a big chop by Hansen. Another chop. And a big clothesline. Takes down the total package. Bigelow running DDT back in the ring on Stan Hansen. Dropkick takes down Luger. And a headbutt by Bigelow on Luger. Goes for the cover. Referee position 1 and broken up by Hansen at 1. Oh, and a beautiful maneuver by Stan Hansen taking Bigelow up and over. And now going back to work on Lex Luger. Runs, charges, and there it is. The lariat takes down Luger. And broken up by Bigelow. Bigelow was in the right place at the right time, or Hansen would have been up 1-0 in this match. Bigelow drapes Hansen across the top rope, and down goes the lariat. Luger leaning against the ropes. He's in trouble as Bigelow working the arm of Stan Hansen. A smart maneuver on the part of Bigelow. That's the arm that Hansen uses for the lariat. Off the ropes, Luger drops a leg across the throat of Bam Bam Bigelow. Off the ropes is Hansen, knee to the midsection, up and over goes Hansen. Luger lining up Hansen with a kick to the head, another kick to the head. Hansen's in trouble, rolls to the outside, and Luger going for the torture rack. It was blocked by Bigelow. And now Bigelow with a belly-to-back suplex, down goes the total package. And now Bigelow climbing to the top rope. Luger's down on the mat. He's going for a Bam Bam Salt and hits it. Goes for the cover, but Hansen back in the ring to break up the pinfall attempt. Now all 3 men back to their feet. DDT by Luger takes down Bigelow. Off the ropes is the total package. Oh, Hansen missed the lariat. Hansen missed the lariat. Luger with a crossbody takes down Hansen. Into the ropes, or the turnbuckle. Owen, Luger missed a knee. Hansen moved out of the way. This match, about 5 minutes old. Nobody has scored a pinfall yet, which in a wrestling game, 5 minutes is an eternity. Off the ropes, and an elbow drop by Hansen. Takes down Bigelow, goes for the cover. Luger's down on the mat, can't break it on 2 and 3. And Stan Hansen with the first pinfall lariat takes down Luger. Hooks the leg. He's going to win 1. No, broken up by Bigelow. Wow, I thought it was over there. Bigelow now with a Bam Bam driver takes down Hansen. Hooks the leg. Bigelow on top. 1, 2, and 3. And Bigelow and Stan Hansen both at 1 fall each. Luger with 0. So if Bam Bam or Hansen gets the next pinfall, they will be the first ever silver champion. Luger has no time to waste here. He needs to get back in this match, and the only way to do that is to go for the cover. He does, but Hansen breaks it up. And I think Luger realizes he needs to get a victory here rather quickly to tie this thing back up. Bigelow rolls to the outside. Hansen has Luger right where he wants him. And he better hurry up because Bigelow's back to his feet. As Hansen nails Luger with a series of rights, lefts, and chops. Kick to the midsection. Bam Bam has Hansen with a DDT down to the mat. Luger stunned in the ring. And Bigelow with a drop kick takes down Luger. Hansen on the outside. Luger in trouble. Bam Bam pulling Luger to the center of the ring. He does not go for cover. Lines up for a headbutt. Luger moves out of the way. And a crucifix by Luger as Hansen misses a knee. With fast-paced action here in this 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match. And Hansen with a big slam. Down goes Bam Bam. He hooks the leg and Luger breaks up the fall. Hansen now has Luger up. No, Luger reverses DDT. Down goes Hansen. Luger, this is a bad time to flex, Lex. You're down 1-0. As Hansen has Bigelow and drapes him across the top rope. But Luger with a bulldog from behind takes down Hansen. This is Luger's opportunity to get back in the match. Luger, short arm clothesline, takes down Bigelow. Oh, but Hansen gets right back into the ring. And a belly-to-back suplex by Stan Hansen takes down Luger. Hansen now working over Bigelow as Luger on the mat. Hansen with an elbow drop to the back of Bam Bam. Bam Bam rolling to the rope, stands back up. But the damage may be done. Hansen now working the leg of Lex Luger. He's lining up Luger, and there it is, the lariat takes down the total package, but no! Bam Bam breaks up that pinfall attempt. And Luger now, with belly-to-back suplex of his own, takes down Hansen. But Bigelow right there has Luger up for a Bam Bam driver again! Can Bam Bam pin Luger and win the silver title? He hooks the leg! Referee counts 1, 2, and no, Luger kicks out. Luger kicks out. I thought it was all over there. Bam Bam, 1 count away from winning the silver title, and Luger picking up Hansen for the torture rack. Hansen, can he make it to the ropes? No, Bam Bam breaks it up instead. Bam Bam with a crossbody takes down Luger. Luger rolls to the outside. Bam Bam setting up Hansen. What's he have in store here? A Bam Bam driver on Hansen. Up and down goes the lariat. Bigelow hooks the leg. 1, 2, and a kick out by 2 by Stan Hansen. I don't believe it. What a match this is for the first ever Silver Championship. Bigelow and Hansen each have 1 fall. Luger not on the board yet. And Bigelow with an axe handle takes down the package. A headbutt by Bigelow on Hansen. Bigelow now going after Luger. He knows this is his opportunity. Bigelow has Luger up for Gorilla Press Slam, blocked by Luger. Luger now. An uppercut to the back of the lariat. Hansen nails Luger with a lariat. Bam Bam rolls to the outside. Referee counts 1, 2, 3. And Stan Hansen has won the Silver Championship here at the Great American Bash. What a match!
Here is your winner, and new wrestling.
What a match that was! Stan Hansen, the first ever Silver Champion, and we are moments away from crowning the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance World Champion. That match is next. Don't go away.
contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Wrestling Championship. Making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 251 pounds, Rick Rude. And his opponents, first, representing the Four Horsemen from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds, Barry Windham. Weighing in at 273 pounds, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
The time for talking is done. The time to crown the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance champion is now. 3 men, all of whom won their championships last week at night 1, so they're fresh champions, and 2 of them will walk out tonight with nothing but hurt emotions. Windham now starting off against Rick Rude, throws him into the corner. We saw in the last match how pivotal that first pinfall was, as Stan Hansen got the first pinfall and he ended up winning the match. And I'll also add this in. The American Dream Dusty Rhodes is what you would call a fan favorite, while Barry Windham and Ravishing Rick Rude are what I would call rule breakers. So it would be interesting to see if Rude and Windham form some kind of alliance to try and take out Dusty Rhodes, as Rick Rude nails Rhodes with a DDT. And the belly-to-belly suplex, by Ravishing Rick Rude takes down the American Dream. You have 3 very different styles in the ring as Windham with a clothesline takes down Ravishing Rick Rude. You have the strength of Ravishing Rick Rude. You have the technical skill of Barry Windham. And you have the down and dirty style of the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Which one of those styles is going to prevail tonight? Into the ropes goes the American Dream and a drop kick by Barry Windham. And Dusty rolls to the outside as Ravishing Rick Rude has Windham up on the shoulders and drops him into a snake eyes in the turnbuckle pad. I'm sure these three men were preparing for their match here, but maybe paying also attention to how Stan Hansen pulled it off. That was an ending that came out of nowhere as Luger had Bigelow, but did not keep his attention on Hansen, and Hansen nailed Luger with that lariat to pin the total package and win the match to become the first ever silver champion. Dusty now has Rude. Reversal by Rude, kick to the midsection. And now Rude with a big right hand and takes down Dusty. Barry Windham with a clothesline from behind. Dusty rolls to the outside as Barry goes for a pinfall attempt on Rude, kick out at one. Now Windham setting up Rick Rude. Could it be that faceplant DDT? It is! He spikes Rude! But Dusty back in the ring as Barry was possibly going to go for a pinfall. And now Dusty takes down Windham. Rude is down on the mat. And Dusty going to work on Windham now picks up Rude. But Rude with a leg takedown and Dusty in trouble. And now Rude setting up Barry Windham for a pile driver and spikes him down with it. But can't go for the pinfall attempt because Dusty's there, and a big splash in the corner, and down goes Ravishing Rick Rude. Off the ropes is Dusty, and a splash takes down Rude. Referee was out of position as Dusty was going to go for a pinfall, and there's the claw by Barry Windham. So this is a great example that Rick Rude would want Barry Windham to wear down Dusty with the claw, but does not want Barry Windham to get the decision, so he breaks up the maneuver. But the damage may have been done to Dusty Rhodes, who's already been busted open in this contest. I must have missed that, but there's a big gash above his left eye. Rude slammed by Dusty as Windham on the outside. Now all three men back into the ring. Rude powers out of that maneuver and walks right into an atomic drop by Barry Windham. And Windham walks right into a leg slam by Dusty Rhodes. So Rhodes in control at this moment. And Rude now kick to the midsection, setting up Dusty for a DDT and plants him down to the mat. And that's not going to help the bleeding eye of Dusty Rhodes as Rude went for a cover but got kicked in the head for his efforts by Barry Windham. Windham takes down Rude and working the arm with a knee drop to the arm of Ravishing Rick Rude. And Dusty now with a series of elbows. Could it be he winds up and delivers a bionic elbow to Magnum. To Barry Windham, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3! And Dusty Rhodes with the first pinfall victory. We saw in our last match how pivotal that first pinfall is. And he pinned Barry Windham to go up 1-0 in this matchup. Now Windham leans Dusty against the ropes, is working the arm of Dusty Rhodes. And a forearm to the back by Rude throws Windham into the ropes, knee to the midsection, flips over Barry Windham, who rolls to the outside, and there it is! The Rude Awakening plants Dusty Rhodes! Rude hooks the leg! He's on top. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Dusty Rhodes! Rude was 1 count away from tying this match, and here it comes again, another Rude Awakening! He hooks the leg again! Windham back in the ring and breaks the pinfall attempt. Rude now going for a pile driver, back body drop by Barry Windham, reverses it. Dusty taking a rest in the corner. Windham with a knee to the head of Ravishing Rick Rude, who rolls to the outside. Now Windham going to work on the American Dream, ramming him head first into the turnbuckle. And now Windham placing Dusty on the top turnbuckle. Could it be the superplex? He is setting him up for it as Rude gyrates in the ring. Wyndham picks up Dusty. Dusty's up. No, Dusty uses his weight to swing the momentum and drives Wyndham down head first on the turnbuckle. Big boot to the head. Dusty being thrown into the turnbuckle as Wyndham rolls to the outside. Rick Rude working over Dusty Rhodes. Snapmare takeover. Climbing that second turnbuckle. Lining up a fist and nails it. Down goes the Dream. Rude with an elbow to the head, and a big lariat by Wyndham takes down Rick Rude. A drop kick for his efforts too. And that is what I spoke about earlier. You need to make sure that both men are down before you go for a pinfall attempt. And now Wyndham doing a great job of taking care of both Rhodes and Rude. Rhodes rolls to the outside. Wyndham has Rude in position. What does he have in street? He's begging Rude to get up, but I don't think he realizes that Dusty's on the outside, that Wyndham had an opportunity to tie this match up. And now a claw hold. Wyndham has the claw, but Dusty climbing back into the ring and breaks up the maneuver. And a big elbow by Rude takes down the American Dream as Rude with a series of lefts and rights on Barry Windham. Into the ropes goes Windham, hip toss takeover by Rick Rude. And Rude now sending up Dusty for a pile driver, spikes him down as Windham rolls to the outside. Rude on top, 1, 2, and 3! And Rick Rude has tied this match. Rick Rude has tied this match. One fall with Dusty Rhodes, and a lariat by Windham takes down Dusty. Windham, if he pins Dusty, this is going to be a tie. And then the next fall will win. But as of right now, if Dusty Rhodes or Rick Rude gets the next pinfall victory, they will be the new world champion. As Windham faceplant DDT on Dusty Rhodes. Windham needs to pin Dusty to tie this match up. Does not go for the cover. Rude was on the outside, and that might be a mistake. Suplex by Barry Windham. Dusty in trouble, and Windham with the claw on Rick Rude as Dusty rolls to the outside. Dusty saw the claw, slid back in, and a big boot to the head of Windham breaks a maneuver. Dusty with an elbow drop on Rude. Rude is in trouble. Windham going for a scoop slam. No, reverses into a DDT. Down goes Windham. Windham and Rude are both down. Windham rolls to the outside. Dusty with a big splash on Rude. If Dusty can pin Rude, he goes for the cover. He'll be champion 1, 2, and 3. Dusty Rhodes has won the Wrestling Legends Alliance World Heavyweight Championship.
Here is your winner and new Wrestling Champion.
What a match that was! Fans, we thank you so much for joining us here at the Great American Bash. History being made as the first tag team champions, the first silver champion, and the first world champion are crowned. And fans, we have some great storylines coming your way in the upcoming weeks as we begin to build the SummerSlam. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you at the matches. Goodbye, everybody.